All
What are you laughing about?
right. Your big ass grin before we went live. All right, what's up? We got Pow Pow here. Second event game, Big Brother 16. What's up, Pow Pow? Thanks for being here.
Hey, hey!
Man, I tell you what, you had quite a time in the house, on the block all the time. I know what it's like.
I know you do. We should have
Yeah,
just written our names on those chairs. I
yeah,
mean,
no joke,
Yeah,
man.
really.
No shit. No shit. But hey, I want to start this off by talking about how you got on Big Brother 16. Tell us from from where it started to when you walked in the house. Walk us through
yeah,
it.
sure. Well, my best friend actually got me in the show, and I was approached, and they asked me if I wanted to try out, and I said okay, and I auditioned, and all of a sudden, I was part of the show. So.
Were you approached at like a bar? Were you approached when you were DJing? Like, do you know the situation? Were you up on on a table, like owning the crowd, or what was
And then
going
they
on?
tapped me. No, actually, I was approached through social media.
Oh, okay,
Okay,
okay, okay.
very cool.
Yeah, that's
All right.
cool.
How long ago did they approach you? Have you known about it for a while?
I don't even remember. It was like I think it was like a couple of months ago, and it took
Okay.
me like a month, you know, to say yes because I had to think about it. I mean, because I was DJing and I was like, oh, do I go on a show? Do I stay DJing? So it was like,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's like,
So like you knew they wanted you pretty early on. It was basically up to you whether or not to do it. Is that right?
wait, I don't know. Am I
So
allowed to
like,
answer that?
You don't have to
uh,
answer. You don't have to answer anying you don't want to.
yeah, I
If
don't.
you feel like you're gonna get in trouble from
Yeah, I don't.
TV or production or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I don't know what I don't know what they don't want out. So that's such a touchy subject on how to walk around
It is. I
because
know the
you just don't
production team's like,
know.
I don't know. Am I gonna get in trouble? Like, I don't
But that's
know.
the thing.
Yeah,
I don't think the thing is like, how can they really be like, oh, we don't want to let you know, or we don't want anyone to know that we will contact someone through social media. I don't know. I think it's
well,
dumb. Like the way that they got like Caitlyn was pretty much at a bar, working at a
yeah,
bar. Like
Yeah.
it's like
yeah.
wherever you get recruited, it doesn't really matter. It's
Yeah,
like people want to know
it's
how.
it's pretty well known that that James Ryan was found through MySpace. I think
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Oh
yeah,
wow.
but yeah, but anyway, did you when you were gonna get when you thought you were gonna go on? Did you watch any seasons? Did you do any kind of like preparation to try to kind of figure out what you're getting into, or did you just say, "Fuck it, here I go, baby, right on in, pow pow style"?
Well, I definitely watched your season, and
I'm
well,
sorry.
I know. No,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
fuck you.
Your season's terrible. It was,
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, please don't take this offensive, but I think it was the worst season I've ever watched my whole
No, I
entire
think I'm
life.
one of the only people in the cast that doesn't take it with offense. I think it's great. I love it. You guys must, yeah, and that's the thing is like, okay, well, you went out second, but you won't be the shame of Big Brother.
Yeah.
Silver lining. You're not Big Brother 15 at least. Like,
Wow,
Yeah.
I would
I
put
mean,
it that way.
I think we have a pretty great cast.
I
Absolutely.
agree. I agree.
Definitely good people in the house. I mean, I met one of my best friends in the house, and that's what matters to me. But I think
Who are
that
you
you're
talking about, Donnie?
Donnie.
Donnie, yeah, Donnie.
Yeah,
What an awesome relationship.
I,
I
yeah,
know.
I've got a question. I've got a question from Christina Hodges
Mm.
at Teeny Lynn on Twitter. What was it about Donnie that made you befriend him? Because you seem like such an uncommon pair. What was it about Donnie? I mean, I love him. I can see why you'd love him, but what was it? What attracted? What built that friendship?
Well, that's easy. It's the beard. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
You know what? The thing about the house is like everyone's going crazy, everybody's paranoid, and everybody's negative, crying every day, complaining. With Donnie, he's like such a peaceful guy, very positive, very sincere, and he definitely seen the good in me, and everyone else didn't. But Donnie and I had like the connection because we were on the block too. We were the first two people that was put on the battle of the block, and after that, we just bonded, and I just truly love him. I still like miss him like every day. So it's pretty hard because I definitely like I said on my diary room sessions, like usually I put myself first before anybody, but in that situation, after I'm meeting Donnie, I would like sacrifice going home as long as he's safe, which was like so not me at all, you know. And
I mean, that's very selfless to say. You know, that's very that's
it's a
really
sign.
cool.
That's a sign of a true friendship, really.
oh yeah,
Sure.
and he went against the house. Him and Jocasta did, and I remember him telling me, he's like, you know, pal, doesn't matter if I become a target if you leave because you're my friend and you got my vote, so I'm voting for you.
He would always be like, she's my little friend. She's my little friend, you know? It's such a, I don't know what it is, but you guys are such a cool pair together. I don't know. I love that so much.
Yeah, he said he's going to come and see me DJ at clubs, and he said he doesn't care if he had to stay up late, so I'm pretty excited.
That'd be great. That'd be so
That's
good.
awesome. Yeah, I would like to be there for that. I would like to go to that club and watch Donnie.
Like just fist pumping in the back. And he doesn't even drink alcohol at all, so he's just going to be like,
He doesn't drink? Really?
No.
Oh, really? I did not know that. I did not know
Does
that.
not drink at all. He has a routine, like every morning he'd wake up around like 8:30, 9 a.m. He'd do his walk, and then at night he'll eat dinner like around 7 and 8, and then he'll have ice cream, but he'll put water on it, which is weird as heck.
What is up with that?
And then he'd sit by himself, and he'll like talk to himself and laugh, and then by like 11:30 he'll go to bed and do the same thing over and over again. It's
He seems very routine based. It's
he is.
always very routine based. I love Donnie. Everyone loves Donnie.
Yeah, Donnie. Yeah, were you surprised when you came out to find how loved Donnie was at all, and with the Team America, all that kind of stuff? Is that perfect? I'm sure you're just thrilled for him.
I mean, I'm not surprised that, you know, he's talked about all the time. It's like, Donnie this, we love Donnie. He's such a good person, and he is who he says he is in the show, you know? So that's why people love him, and I think people see that. You know what I mean? And when people see that, who could hate Donnie? I've never seen anybody that says, I freaking hate Donnie, like, screw his beard, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I really haven't seen 1 ounce of hate online about Donnie. Really, nothing.
No.
I really have not seen anything, which is crazy to me. But what else then? What did anything surprise you when you came out? Derek being a cop, like, did anything really surprise you?
Derek being a cop and Frankie being Ariana Grande's brother. I'm like such an idiot because he was like, you know, my last name is Grande, and then Victoria's like, oh, like Ariana Grande, and I'm like, all right.
Oh, that happened?
Like, yeah, that happened. I'm just like so clueless. I don't know why. I was like,
because that was one of the things that he said, that like you run in the same circles kinda as he does, you know, so that you might be the one that could figure it out. And that's what I was like, oh, I want this to happen so bad.
Me too. Oh yes, I was so wanting that to be called out very quickly.
well, too bad. I'm not smart enough.
No. But the thing is, it took me so long to figure out that Rachel, or Alyssa from our season was Rachel's sister, you know, like someone had to spell it out for me. Like, I would have never known the whole time. I could have went completely clueless about it, you know. So it's like when you're in the house, you don't think about stuff like that.
I probably wouldn't have thought of it either. I
don't know who Ariana Grande is.
Yeah, so
otherwise, I don't know who.
Pal, would it make a difference in the house if everybody knew that was Ariana Grande's brother? Would that really hurt Frankie, or would it make any difference?
Oh, for sure, because there's a lot of people in the house, like Christine and like Zach and like Nicole, that talk about like there's people in the house that don't deserve to be here because they have money. So if they found out that Frankie was Ariana's brother, they'd be like, we need to kick him out because, like, he doesn't need to be here. He has plenty of money, you know?
And I think his game is pretty shaky right now anyway. So any extra excuse to get him out, because he's kind of looking like a weasel and is not as trustworthy as he used to be. Any excuse, I think he could be out quick. Yeah, I agree.
No, for sure.
Do you think any of them will figure it out?
Honestly, no. Victoria.
Wait. What is that noise? Can you guys hear that?
Yeah, it sounds like an airplane.
That's a train. That's a train.
Okay.
That's what happens when you live in New York. It's like
okay. Hold for planes. Hold for planes. Yeah. Hold. All right. But yeah, you don't think anyone will figure it out?
I don't think so. I mean, Victoria would like probably question it, but she's not that smart, just like me. So we're kind of screwed on
Oh,
that.
come on. Give yourself some credit.
Oh,
Yeah, you're smart.
I am smart. I'm the best speller in the game. Like everybody knows that.
Yeah.
Good.
I've got a question from Twitter. This is from Betty Sargent. At Sergeant Betty 73 was why'd you listen to Devin? And she really loved you and thought you could have gone far in the game. What's up with Devin? Let's just jump right into that.
Oh my gosh. Well,
Please.
we all know that Devin has different personalities, and the thing is that was a big mistake on my part because I honestly. I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time he repeated, like, I'm here for my daughter, I'm gonna be loyal because of my daughter, everything daughter, daughter, daughter. I think that like we all just got victimized by his games.
So
you think it worked?
What?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah, for sure,
Okay.
it did work. He's crying and he's like, I'm here for my daughter, daughter, daughter.
Yeah.
All he talks about is his daughter. So we're just like, well, I don't have a daughter. I don't know how he feels, but I'm pretty sure like he needs to be here. So I felt kind of bad, and at the end, that's when we really found out who he really was, because all of a sudden he's like, oh, I want Brittany out, and then the next day he's like, I have a crush on Brittany.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like...
I was like, what the fuck? I'm
that
like,
was weird.
what? I was like, what did you guys do in the HOH room that we don't know about?
Yeah, they were
He's
there for a
using
long
the veto
time.
on you. I was like, you guys were there for 2 hours, and I'm thinking like, there are 3 missing condoms, and I'm like, there has to be something going on upstairs because why would he change his mind right away?
The missing condom speculation I thought was really good. Listening to that.
Well, and I like how he didn't just go from like not liking her to willing to work with her. He went from she criticized his integrity and he totally hated her, wanted her out of the house, to actually having a huge crush on her and wanting to have kind of like a Brady Bunch situation outside the house. So I mean that's just like whoa.
This guy is crazy.
That's Devin in a nutshell though. Like I mean I love how he just like says, hey, I'm not in the alliance anymore, bro. I'm out. I'm out of the alliance. It's like you can't do that, Devin. That's not how it works.
The 16
it's like trying to get out of the game.
He like basically recruited everybody in the freaking house to be in the alliance.
Yeah, the Bob Squad.
Best idea ever. I'll just have everyone in the alliance, and then no one will want me out.
Well,
and dumbass.
Yeah, exactly. And the on last night's episode they showed how he wanted to let everybody know about the Bomb Squad. You know what I'm saying? So he could get the word in first. If it comes from me, it'll build some trust. And oh my God, like
he's terrible.
That's also known as a Jeremy Del Maguire move, and it worked just as well. No.
But the problem with the Jeremy Del Maguire thing was that I was the one that Amanda actually helped me out. She told everyone.
Yeah. Oh well, no fucking shit. Well, no fucking shit, McCray. But what I'm saying is like that's what Jeremy was going to do, and it would not have mattered. Just like with Devin.
Yeah.
I mean, Devin just looks stupid. I mean.
Oh my God, yeah, he does.
Yeah.
He's like such an idiot. I can't even explain to you how much I like just disliked him. I think I went off on him like 4 times in the show.
So.
Like, he like followed me. There's this one scene where he followed me to the shower and he kicked like Victoria and Hayden out, and I'm showering, and he's like, "I need to talk to you." I'm like, "Dude, I'm in a fucking shower. Like, I'm fucking naked, and you're trying to talk to me. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "You know what, now? Fuck this. Like, I'm out." And I'm like, "All right, like what?" And then he uses the POV on Brittany after, and I'm just like, I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Nah, you were a victim of circumstance. Like, I thought you, like, in the beginning, like, a lot of people were like, oh my God, this girl's really fiery. Like, from the preseason interviews, Pao, like, everyone was like, she's going to be super feisty. She's going to get into a lot of drama. Like, everyone was like, really, like, okay, she might be the first one to go. But, like, you went up on the block, and then you played it so cool, and you weren't going to throw a fit. You were just like, this is my, you were...
Yeah, that was hard.
cool as I'm sure it was, but you were
was
as
very
cool
hard.
as a cucumber. And after that, I was like, I think everyone in America was like, okay, well, this girl actually knows kind of what she's doing. You're not just popping off to anyone,
Yeah.
like, you know, like, and I think that there was a very real chance that you could have played maybe the Spencer card. Sorry, Spencer, but like, you could have been a pawn every
No
single
offense.
week, and you could have
I
walked all the
wouldn't
way.
mind. Yeah, I know. But the
And that
thing
was
is
a-
with the whole twist is like now they're trying to target the weak players, you know, and
Yeah,
also
Yeah.
absolutely.
the fact that like I honestly did not do anything to be evicted. Like it was just something that Devin did because
Sure.
it
Well,
was
that's
not even
yeah, you were a victim of a crazy person. Like you were the victim
exactly.
of a crazy mind that like
Yeah.
nothing could be predicted. You could have never saw that coming.
Now,
Yeah, for sure.
I do want to put this question out right now because I think that it's appropriate. Nikki Dexter from Twitter asked, remember, she says, why didn't you show your value? And you always talk about your, it's competition stuff. Why did you throw the battle of the block and not save yourself? Why did you just say, fuck it, I'm not going to throw this? Tell us about that thought process.
You know, at the time, it's really hard. I know McCray and Spencer, you know how it is when there's an HOH and it's like the beginning of the game and you're like thinking, do I cater to the HOH or do I do what I want? Because I feel like if I was to say, you know what, F you, Devin, I'm going to throw the competition, Caleb and Devin would have gone after me. If I said, you know what, I'm not going to throw the competition, you know, like, and told the whole house, they were going to go after me. So
Yeah.
it was like in that situation where I'm kind of like stuck. But people do ask me all the time if I did throw that competition. My answer is the fact that in the beginning when Hayden was like, Pal, get your glasses. Like, you can't see. I'm like squinting on the screen. I'm like, no, I'm good. Taking Jello shots. I'm like, no, I'm fine, you know. And at the time, I was like, okay, I'm going to throw this comp. And then I remember Brittany looking at me, and she was like, Pow, are you working with Devin? Because, like, I feel like you're not doing really well. I know you would kill this mental game. And then I was like, crap. And I was like, the only challenge that I could be really good at, in the middle of it, Brittany was already screwing us over anyways because she kept getting all the answers wrong.
Yeah.
I think that in the middle of the game, I had a change of heart, and I actually wanted to win the competition. So it's like really hard to tell everybody because in the beginning I wanted to, but then like towards like in the middle and the end I was like, I was thinking about not throwing it and actually winning.
No, I can totally relate with that. I've been there, that same kind of thing where it's like at first you want to throw it and then all of a sudden you're just like, man, fuck that. I want to fucking win something. Like I just want to keep going.
Yeah.
You know, and I think both ways are valid, you know, like because you have to bend to the will of the HOH, you know, but at the other time you don't want to like make the house pissed off at you. I mean, like you really were in the toughest position in the whole game. Yeah.
Well, anytime you're stuck between, trying to make a deal with an irrational person like Devin, who's got a lot of power at that point in the game, you don't. I mean, like, I know exactly why you did what you did, and I'm glad that you answered it the way that I thought. It'd be that, at that point in the game, that early, you're not going to just say, hey, fuck your deal, HOH. Especially because, he's got a lot of feelers out there, and anything going to happen, so you got to make that deal. I mean, you really need to, especially when there's a battle of the block, and then there's still going to be the power of veto, and you're still, like, throw the battle of the block, I would have definitely seen doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really tough. I honestly felt like I was gonna go far and I was gonna use the weak player card and be the pawn and I didn't care about that.
That's the other thing I wanted to say was I thought you did so awesomely during the eviction of Joey, where Joey was like, Paul's a weak player, and then you were like, yeah, I'm a weak player, you brought it up the first time, and then you started talking about yourself and blah, 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 and then again you brought it up a second time, like, I am a weak player, I'm going to lose a lot of competitions.
Yeah.
I thought that was so brilliant. And, like, I'm pretty sure that you knew in your head, like, I'm going to play the weak player card.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm going to say that, and it's going to get into the minds of all the other house guests that this is a weak person. We want to keep her along. I thought that was such a smart gameplay. I mean, like, I think you did every right move you could have done in this game. And you got killed by the Big Brother gods just of randomness and and stuff. Like, I really think you made all the right moves, and you
Well, thank you, McCray, because I'm pretty sure half America are probably like, dumbass, like, what?
No,
I
no.
don't think so. I don't know.
No,
Anyone,
I think that more than half of America thinks that about Devin. So I think they more or less would just feel sorry for your circumstance.
Yeah, I hope so, because
know?
it was really tough. Honestly, like I knew that I was gonna go far, because like even now, like I feel like when Nicole and Derek, became HOH, they're probably like, who the hell are we gonna put on the block? And they're probably like thinking like, man, like I wish Pao was still here because Pao, because I was playing the I don't give a fuck card, put me on the block, I'm not going home.
Sure.
That shows on my veto speech too when I did my whole modeling post because I'm like, I ain't going home, like I'm fucking staying.
Exactly.
That was hot. Yeah, I like that.
And I was so confident, and people are, even like Zach was like, yo, why are you happy? Like, you're on the block. And I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, I'm not going home. Like, repeating it over and over again. And then all of a sudden I was like, shit, I think I'm going home. I'm only here, like, for 21 days. And this is crazy because I knew I could have made it so far if Devin just didn't, change his mind.
Yeah, that was the problem. It was
the whole house. Yeah, the whole house has suffered the past few weeks of a terrible player having a lot of power and influence.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Joey, like if Derek and Nicole had won this HOH, there's no telling what would happen if Devin wasn't in a complete
HOH, yes.
Well, what happened with the Devin situation is that Cody was actually named HOH, but when we watched through, or I guess like they watched through the tape, he actually touched the ground. And when Cody was named HOH, we were just like, yes, like we're gonna backdoor Devin, and it was great. And then all of a sudden it's like, sorry Cody, you have been disqualified. Devin, you are the new HOH, and our face. And if you watch the video, you could see all the frisbees was thrown at Devin, and everyone else was like clear, and we're like all throwing at Devin so he could fall off.
Yeah. When that was happening, I was like tweeting, and I was like, oh, please let Devin win HOH. I'm so sorry about that. But it's like he couldn't have made the week any crazier. Like it was exactly what I think everybody wanted. So
yeah.
Oh my god, I was like so pissed because I knew like Cody would have definitely backdoored him, and I would have been like, Cody, use me as a pawn. I don't care. Like I'm here. I'll give you my body. Like just use me. Like, But
have you seen any of the first episodes? Have you seen any of the beginning episodes?
I actually started watching the first one last night, and I was cracking up.
Because you saw you and Cody.
Yeah.
That was the best.
Oh my god, that was hilarious. I was like, I can't believe, like, it's just weird watching myself, and I'm like, because that's so me, and my friends are like, oh my god, that's her. Like, that's exactly who she is, and she's, and it was pretty funny, actually. My HOH challenge was the worst.
I don't know if I don't remember.
Hey, Pao. Okay, being on the block against Zach. Okay, when he had that, what I hope will become semi-famous in Big Brother circles, his renom speech to Devin, and you jumped in. I mean, like that was awesome. Was that just so fucking fun to watch Devin sit there squirming, like not knowing what to say? Oh yeah.
Oh, it was the best ever because I was like, I just told McCray it was really hard laying low. I mean, I was like, I love everyone in the house. Oh my god, Nicole, you're so pretty. Chrissy, like I was just like, oh my god, this fucking sucks. I don't really think this way, and I can't believe I have to be nice to everybody. And then that time, during the veto speech, that's when I was like, okay, you know what? Like I'm gonna let everything out because I don't even care at this point. I'm gonna be me, and it was just awesome.
Yeah, you smelled the blood in the water, and it was
time. You know what? One thing that I love about you and Gina Marie is when you get done saying something, like making some like loud point that you've been holding up, bottled up, and you just like blurt it out, you then claim the city and state you're from. It's like yeah, New York, yeah, and like dude was like Staten Island, yeah. It's like it's just like, well, okay. It's like after everything I said, Conway, that's how I do it in Central Arkansas. People would be like, what the fuck?
No, because like I think I think everyone was shocked because McCrae probably is thinking the same thing. Like, why is this girl? Because in the beginning, Cody's like, oh, she's loud, she's a firecracker, and I feel like that first week, everyone's like expecting me to explode.
Yeah.
And I think when Frankie saw that, and I think like Jocasta saw that, they were just like, holy crap, like this is the real Pow Pow. Like, I'm like, don't let New York get to you because I'm bringing New York in. And then everyone's just like, all right, like she's doing this throwing hands gang sign, like she's doing it. And then right after that, me and Zach got in a fight, and it was just like crazy. That whole day was just nuts. And then Zach was like, he's like, Pal, let's talk after. And I don't know what happened. We started cuddling, and I was like, what the? I was like, maybe you have 3 different personalities. I'm like, maybe it's me, Devin, and you are all like, like different. We have like 3 different personalities because we're fighting, and now we love each other, and now we hate each other. It's like, what the hell's going on?
Well, I remember that fight between you and Zach. I remember like you guys fighting
outside, going outside.
Yeah, outside, and then like it seemed like I don't know if it was a day later or like maybe later in that day, but then you guys just started talking, and then you guys are just like like it just got like it was super hot to all of a sudden like super like. Are they gonna start like dating?
I was like, damn. I was like, when Zach stood up to Pow Pow, I was like, it's fucking got her turned on because she was the fuck go out. This motherfucker after the show.
No, seriously. Zach was like, don't get me turned up, and I'm like, all right, I'm like ready. You're ready? He's like, you don't want this, Pow. You don't want this. I'm like, oh what? I'm not scared of you. I ain't scared of you. And then I remember Zach like later on he walks out and he comes back. He's like, Pow, let's talk. And I'm just like, okay, like I gave in. Yeah. And then we like confess each other's love. Like, you had a crush on me, I had a crush on you, really? And I was like, dude, Zach, I had a crush on you too before you opened your mouth, but now it's like it's gone. My crush is gone. So,
the thrill is gone.
It is.
That's so.
I've got a question from an international fan. This comes from a Big Brother Canada 2 house guest at Arlie Shaban, the Shabanimal. What he wants to know, he's an awesome guy. You'll meet him probably at the after party, Pow Pow. He's a good guy. Okay, he wants to know, what 2 house guests are playing the best games right now and why?
Oh, my God, Derek, for sure.
Okay.
Derek is controlling the whole house right now. The house is flipped. Before it was Devin and Caleb controlling the house, but I think Derek knows how to talk, and he is getting into people's head. I didn't even know he was a cop, but then after, I got out of the show and learned that about him, I was like, this guy's going to go super far, because he had everybody fooled in the house, and he used that too. We're like, I have a daughter, so obviously we're like, oh, and I should have used that actually. I should have told everybody I had a daughter too. Maybe I was
exactly. That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying.
No, you needed like 2 kids. You needed to like up the ante a little bit. Yeah, yeah. Brittany has 3. You should have had 4.
Yeah.
For sure.
After you found out that he was a cop, were you kind of like, man, I should have known better? Like, are you one of those people like, because there's so many people that are like, oh, he looks like a cop. I bet he smells like a cop. Like, I bet I could just tell that he was a cop. But, like, me being in the house, it's like, I don't think I would ever know. Like, I think I know a cop, but I don't think I could ever tell in the house. Like, after the fact, were you like, oh, there's so much shit I should have picked up on, but I didn't?
Actually, I feel like I would have never found out. I was in my own world. Like, literally, like, I was playing my own game in my head, and I wasn't even paying attention, which that was my biggest mistake because I should have known, because he was really, really nice, and he was super quiet, and he, like, laid down. He's like, I miss my daughter so much. My daughter just got surgery, and we're all like, aw. And that was, like, the only thing that was, like, we knew of him was, like, how much he loved his daughter. Yeah. Like, he played the card so well, and I'm just glad he's he's in an alliance with Donnie and Frankie, because I definitely want Donnie to go really far also. Sure. And I feel like with Derek, it will definitely happen. Because Derek's pretty smart, so.
I want to say about Donnie right quick. I don't know if either of y'all, Pal, are you watching the feeds right now, or are you just? I know you're trying to get back in a normal life. Do you plan to watch the feeds whenever you kind of re-assimilate to your normal life, or are you just going to watch the episodes?
I watched the feed all my last night. I was on there for like 4 hours, I think. And,
okay, awesome.
So, I want to see my Donnie. I miss him a lot, so I'm probably gonna like watch it just to see what he's doing, which I probably could already tell you what he's doing right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wait. You should guess. You should actually guess, and then I should check to see if you're right.
Oh my God. Okay. What is it? 3 p.m. in LA.
No, I think it's 2.
2?
Yeah.
2 p.m.
I don't know what
Yeah.
time it is. Hold on. I gotta
Yeah,
fucking look
it's 2
these
p.m.
up.
It's 2
It's 2
p.m.
p.m.
Okay. Is he in the couch sitting down in the living room?
Hold on. I gotta bring up the live feeds. I hope this is like. I hope you're dead on, because this would be
Oh
so
my God.
amazing.
That would be funny.
While we're waiting for this,
What's your other house guest? What other house guest do you think is playing the best game? Arlie wanted 2.
I think Christina's, Nicole.
Okay.
I think Christine, Nicole, and Hayden are they actually their whole alliance. I think that's a pretty good move.
Okay.
Because Christina and Nicole really they do know the game. I feel like half of the people in that freaking house don't even know what the hell's going on.
Yeah, I'd agree
But
with that.
Nicole and Christine definitely, they're super fans, so they know the ins and outs of the house. I think Jacosta's also playing a game. I mean, a good game. It's just like she hasn't been shown as much as she should.
But I think that's good because she's staying out of shit. That's good.
Yeah.
So, hey, do you think that Derek? Do you think when this HOH, it's going okay so far? For me, viewing, I really like Derek. I'm a big Derek fan. I do think he's played a smart game up until the point of winning this HOH because now it's shown that he's not just some standby observer that's trying to throw his 2 cents in. Like he's made alliances with Victoria. He's got stuff. He got alliance with Nicole. He's still got, he's got all this kind of stuff going on. And I'm afraid, and he's also going to be able to backdoor Devin. It looks like. So it's exposed how smart he is, and I think that could be to a detriment to his game because he's been playing like. It now shows he's capable of really getting something major done, and I hope it doesn't hurt him. What are your thoughts?
I definitely think that there's gonna be people that's gonna wonder why, or like, he's a threat right now, and I feel like Cody sees that. Knowing Cody and knowing Zach, they definitely see that, and he's also a target, right? I feel like everybody's a target in the house.
Yeah.
Like, if Derek continues to control and manipulate and seem to be that strong of a player, it's gonna catch up to him, and someone's gonna caught up to that and definitely like send him home.
Yeah,
for sure.
I that's the thing that I worried about with him getting this HOH. I feel like his cards are being played way too early.
Oh,
and it's like, and as soon as I would see like the way that this guy's talking, the way that because he does talk very well and he talks very purposefully, and I think like that kind of stuff, like that would always kind of like key me into something's not right, and especially this early in the game. Like this is the week that Helen got her HOH, and Derek has HOH-itis. He doesn't have it as bad as Helen, but this is still a dangerous week because it really is going to kind of start to set the tone for the rest of the game. And I kind of worry about Derek at this point. I really like Derek, of course, but I'm kind of worried about him.
The only thing I like is that he won it on a crapshoot so that he can totally play it off.
That's true too.
Yeah.
So, and he just did what the house wanted. He's like, damn, I didn't want to be in the situation, but since I did, I got Devin out, and we can move forward as a house, and we would be a little more peaceful around here.
Yeah, for sure. I think once Devin is out, I feel like everyone's gonna, really, really focus and then focus on their alliances because Devin is screwing up everybody's game.
Well, they're gonna focus on Caleb, and then I think they're gonna focus on Derek.
Yeah.
I think Derek or Frankie is gonna be their target list is gonna move up through this.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
For sure. I think what's going to happen is I told everybody this. I said, I gave this speech to Brittany, Jacasa, and Amber, and I said, listen, this is what's going to happen. I'm pretty sure that once I leave, Jacasa, Donnie, Amber, and Caleb are going to put on the block. And they're like, why? And Amber's like, but why? Like, I don't like Caleb. Like, I'm not part of his alliance. I was like, it doesn't matter because everybody sees me, you, Caleb, Devin, Jacasa, Donnie, all working together, and then there's the side of the house where it's Cody, Hayden, Zach, Nicole and Christine are all working together. So now that Derek is the HOH, he's obviously gonna target Caleb next, and then he's gonna target Amber next, because I know for a fact Nicole wants Amber out, and I know for a fact Hayden wants Amber out. So my side of the house is definitely gonna go, because they're gonna start controlling the house, and I told everybody that's what's gonna happen. That's why I told them, I was like, you guys should keep me, because if you guys get rid of Zach, it's like, he's a bigger threat. He has a big mouth. Like, I stay low. I can be on the block every freaking week. I'm not gonna talk. I'll eat my white rice and bacon. I'm not gonna bother anybody. But they made a big mistake. I think that Zach staying is not gonna be good for anybody's game, for sure.
Well, yeah. I definitely think that that Zach is going to be less beneficial to, like, Donnie, Christine, Nicole, Jocasta, those people than what you would have been long term. 100% agree with that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Zach doesn't even win any freaking competitions. Like, if you go back and you look at the HOH challenge, he had like 2 barrels, and like everybody else had 4. And the way it is because, like, he's a guy and I'm a girl and I'm like 96.9 pounds, and if the way that they could have used me is that if they wanted to send a stronger player home, they could have put me up all the time. If they want to backdoor Devin, they want to backdoor anybody, I would be on the block, and everybody knows they're not going to send me home and that no one's going to vote me out. But Zach, I feel like, what the hell is he going to do?
Yeah. Zach just had a better presentation of being like, oh, well, I'm going to go after Devin, or I'm going to go after Devin, 100%, that's what I'm going to do. But it's like, the dude sleeps all the fucking day. Like, why the fuck is he ever... He's not going to go after no one. That's just a ruse. It's a ruse, to stay there. I mean, the smarter choice actually would have been you, to keep you around.
Yeah.
Exactly, because offering yourself to stay and to be a pawn serves a purpose. Because they're going to need somebody to go on the block against their target. And since you would have been more than willing to do that to have stayed, then I mean, like, you even offer more to the whole house than what Zach would have, because damn sure he wasn't going to be willing to do that. You know?
Exactly.
I heard that, like, on the live feeds, I heard that Nicole and Christine regret voting me out because they're just like, we can't work with Zach. And I was like, that's what I was telling everybody, And I think that Derek had a big part of me going home also, because Derek was definitely campaigning for him to stay.
Sure.
And I don't know why. I don't know why Derek would want him to either.
I'm pretty sure that it was like that was the turnaround. Was like, one night I went to sleep and it sounded like Derek did work all night. And then when I woke up, Zach was safe, and it's like, Derek is looking for like an all guys thing. He's looking for more guys to be the target in front of him. That's probably what he's thinking.
I think so too.
Like, he's trying to put more people in front of him that are going to be taken out before him.
Oh, for sure.
That's
I don't know if y'all saw this this morning on the feeds, when Donnie was, I think, riding with that machine, whatever you call that.
Elliptical.
The elliptical machine, talking to Cody. It sounded like he was wanting to kind of start an alliance with Cody, Jocasta, and Nicole, because he's getting really afraid that he's going to be in the block a lot, and he doesn't want to get voted off. He's trying to insulate himself with some numbers, which I think is a smart move. And I think Cody's his best is a really good option to, like, be aligned with, just because of the way the rest of the Team of America is. So he can align with people. He can build a group wider that are going to hopefully have common goals. But he just needs to work on Cody and say, Cody, you need to, we need to work together. I really trust you. Who else do you trust? And let Cody think of the names of the other people in the alliance. That way, because even if Donnie gets pulled in on something fake, even if it's just kind of real, it might make him subject to more game talk, which could help him position himself a little bit better. So, because he's kind of made some goofball mistakes in the house. I mean, and it's no offense to him. It's just the game is hard to play, and it takes a little while to get your feet up under you, kind of like your sea legs,
For sure,
and Donnie has not been privy to so many game talks that he's having to put things together based on lies or half-truths, and it becomes difficult. And so I think even being part of a fake alliance would allow him to have a clue into more real game talk which would help him
Oh
navigate.
yeah, for sure. Donnie's very, very smart. I honestly believe that he's gonna go super far. I mean, if he does get put on the block, I am 100% confident that he's gonna take himself off. Um, with Cody, the funny thing about Cody is that when I was working with Caleb and Devin, Cody was actually my main target, and I wanted Cody to be out first.
Really?
That's crazy that you said that because I never even thought about Cody and Donnie working together. I could definitely see that happening because I know that Cody does have a lot of respect for Jocasta and Donnie.
Yeah.
So it might be a good gameplay for all of them. But Nicole, I'm like a little like iffy about because of the whole Hayden and Christine type of thing, and I know that Christine talks crap about Donnie, and that might, I don't know, ruin everything. So we'll see.
Exactly. That's why I wish he would have let Cody pick the other people in the alliance, and maybe he just kind of built some circles of trust, if you want to call it that, with the other two girls.
Yeah.
But because that also, like I said, it shows Cody the people that Donnie trusts, and Cody might not necessarily need to know all that. So.
Yeah. I honestly think at this point, I just want Amber out because I do feel bad for Caleb. Caleb's losing his focus on the game, and I think that for them, if they get Amber out, Caleb's the strongest player in this whole game, mentally and physically, I feel like. And if they get rid of Amber, it's like Caleb's, like a free thing. Like anybody could grab Caleb, and that's what I really want to happen.
A free agent.
But for sure. But if Caleb's the strongest threat in the house, mentally and physically, you've got him sitting on the block Thursday night. Why not? If you're Derek, make a deal with Devin, Donnie, and Jocasta of something to where Jocasta won't go home, but she'll stay on the block. Donnie won't use the video on her, and then it'll just be an uncomfortable 3 days before Caleb goes home. It split him and Amber up. You could easily reel in Amber, and she'd be more easier to control, I would think, than Caleb. Why send Devin home if everybody wants him out? He's always going to be a target.
I think it's smart for Derek to send Devin home just because then he's gonna go against the house because everybody wants, if he doesn't send Devin home, he's gonna go against the house. What the hell is this? And then people are gonna be like, oh crap, now is Derek working with Devin now because the whole Britney POV thing, like. I don't know. I mean, I think I just want Caleb to stay because I think me and Caleb had a really good friendship also in the house. But I'm just hoping that Devin does go home. And then Amber next. That's
what are you gonna say to Devin when you first talk to him when he comes out of the house? Because he's gonna come out. What are you gonna say to him?
I'm gonna be like, "Hey, Devin, can I meet your daughter?" I'm like, "This is why I'm home because of your daughter. So I gotta meet her."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I think it's. I was talking. I did a podcast last night, and I was saying it'd be really funny if Devin didn't even have a daughter.
That's exactly what I keep saying too.
That would be
like an M. Night Shyamalan movie. Yeah.
Oh my god, that would be hilarious.
No,
he does.
Amazing.
He does.
Yeah, he does.
He does for sure. Yeah.
No, I know he does. I saw the picture.
Yeah, I saw the picture too. Imagine if I said, "Yeah, guys, I have 4 kids," and then I went HOH, and they're like, "Pow, where's the picture of your kids?"
Yeah, really.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been hilarious.
Yeah. So when you walked into the Big Brother house, what did you think about that? Because I know McCray and I've talked about this in the past. But you've seen it on TV, and then you're finally in there. That's a surreal moment. Talk about the Big Brother house.
Well, I thought it was gonna be bigger than it is. And there's gonna be more bedrooms, but it was crazy. I mean, I felt like we were in 5-star prison, and it was pretty nice. The bathroom, everything else, the backyard was so dope.
That's a good way to put it. 5-star prison.
That's
It
like
is.
the best way to ever put it.
It is a 5-star prison.
It
You
is.
know what I mean?
Yes, it
Because you're
is.
locked down, but like crap, like you have all these foods and like the food in the storage and you
It's
know you're
good
just
food,
chilling.
too.
It is.
It's
It's
good
super cold
food.
though. The house is super cold. Like in the
Yeah.
bedrooms,
Yeah.
forget it. The
Yeah.
have-not room is horrible. I think it's the worst have-not room I've ever seen in my life.
That's what I want to know. Do you have any idea of how cold it might have gotten in the have-not room?
No, but I do know that they leave the door open because it was really like super cold, and they can't have a blanket. They have some kind of a sheet that they have to put over them, and the beds suck. I tried sleeping there for 30 minutes, and I was like, okay, I'm out. Like,
See,
can't do this.
Yeah.
Here's where I want to throw up a contest. I want to know which one was worse. I want to know if our have-not room was worse than your have-not room, because our have-not room was like cramped quarters, plus
Yeah.
it was extremely cold also. So
Really?
I want to know. Well, I want to know if they made it even colder just for you guys, or if they kept the same coldness. I don't know.
It was super cold when we were in there. It was really fucking cold when we were there.
Yeah, but
So-
how does like the seats like did it felt like it was really hard or?
Well, all right. The seats weren't necessarily hard, but like every like piece of this, it's like one piece of seat that's soft, and then you have a bunch of buckles and like airplane buckles and then
yeah.
another piece that's kind of soft, and then
Yeah.
a bunch more buckles. You got like the armrest that like came up that you could never fully put up. I don't know. It was always, I don't know. I just want to like I want to throw a competition down for everyone.
I think we should. Definitely.
Yeah,
I think we're
decent
gonna win.
seasons.
Ours is pretty bad. It was plastic. I mean, it was really hard. So.
Oh, that seems, yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say anything, but that seems easy as hell. Now, it looks shitty. It looks shitty,
It
though.
was bad.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does look shitty.
It does look shitty. When I saw it, I was like, I don't know, because I like blankets. We can at least have some heavy blankets. That little fucking foil-looking survival blanket. Not that. Forget that.
It's so bad. I remember Zach didn't shower for like 5 days, and like people were like, "Pal, Zach, you guys should kiss," and I'm like, I don't date have-nots, and he hasn't showered. And you know, it was pretty funny because he's been wearing the same like Gator Florida shirt, and I'm just like, Zach, can you shower, please? And he's like, why? And I'm like, please just shower. Like, it's just bad, and it's been like 5 days. He's been wearing the same socks, same underwear, and I'm just like, oh my God, you are not
Zach's the
attractive.
best. Oh,
Damn,
he's so attractive. He's so attractive.
He was getting crusty.
He's gonna be so surprised when he gets out, because he's like, oh my God, he's so cocky. Him and Caleb were like, oh my God, we're gonna have so much fans and all of this and blah blah blah. I'm gonna get so much girls.
Zach does have fans, but I mean.
Yeah, Zach's super cool. I think Zach is I think is better liked than Caleb.
Yeah,
Well,
I know.
by
I
far.
can see that. Yeah.
But the other thing is that it's like it's gonna be kind of a smack back to reality, I think, for Zach when he comes out. Like, well, it's not like you're not a fucking superstar when you come out.
I know.
Asshole. Shut the fuck up, like.
And then
just-
I know he's gonna hit me up and he's gonna be like, so are we gonna go on that date? I had this question and I think I'm answering it now for the fans because there are, you know, there is somebody in the house that asked me to go on a date after the show, and obviously it's kind of clear who that person is.
Donnie.
Donnie, of course.
Donnie. No, me and Donnie don't have a showman's like that. It's more like a father and daughter man's.
Oh, that's weird, but all right.
Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
I mean, whatever you're into, that's all right.
Yeah. No judgments here.
No. Who is it? Tell us. Spill it.
Wait, what is it? Sorry.
Wait, who's asking you on a date?
Okay, well.
It's me.
It's McCrae.
I'm asking you.
Well, in the house, I mean, I feel like they didn't really show a lot of clips, but it's definitely Zach.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, Zach definitely wants this. He wanted it from the beginning. He just thought
Oh, you know he did.
He was begging for it. He was begging for it.
He was like, well, he's like, you know what? I'm gonna talk crap about Pal because deep down inside I like her, and since I can't get with her, I'm just gonna try to get with Frankie. And I'm like, okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Have you seen any of that rumor stuff about Zach being like being bi or something or whatever the fuck? Like,
No, that's not true at all. I
he's
think
playing Frankie. He's just playing Frankie. He's trying to play Frankie. That's what I thought right away too.
Oh yeah, and I think Frankie knows that because Frankie and I talk about Zach all the time, and he's like, I know that Zach doesn't like me. He's super straight, but I know that he's like playing me because like I tried to hook up with Zach like 400 times, but it didn't work. I'm like, duh, he wants me. He doesn't want you. There's no Yankees. He likes Pow Pow, And then he always talks crap about me, but then like when we're alone, he's like, yeah, like blah. I'm like, all right, Zach. Okay, Zach. And he wants to be a douchebag. That's his role. And I told him, I was like, you're not a douchebag. And he's like, really? Oh my god. I'm like, yeah, whatever.
That was his gimmick. That was his gimmick to get on the show for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. But Zach is a sweet guy.
Yeah, sweetheart.
Sure, but he's the perfect douchebag though. I love him.
Yeah, I love him too.
He plays the role perfectly. I couldn't enjoy him anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely know he hates Victoria for sure. Like he cannot stand her.
Oh yeah. He hates her.
Oh, that's like one thing that we both have in common. It's like, I'm not really the one to talk crap, but when it comes to Victoria, I was like, it was like, okay, she needs to go. Like I don't even know why I was gone and she stayed because I don't even see her in anything.
I haven't. I still have I've only heard her one time on the feeds. I've been watching the feeds the whole entire time. For how many weeks you guys have been in there, I've heard her one time and like, oh my god, I'm over this. I'm not even trying to avoid her. Who the fuck is she? Like, don't know anything about her.
No, she's just there. I think she's definitely just there.
Yeah.
I think the production forgot that she's there, actually.
I think so, too. I absolutely think so, too.
She was pretty active last night and the night before. I think what the problem is with Victoria more than anything, and what's let her out of her shell, is that nobody talks a whole lot of game with her, so her and Derek have made an alliance. I think she's feeling more comfortable. And, maybe we'll see some more out of her. But you're right. I mean, it's like fucking spotting Bigfoot,
Yeah, exactly. She's a non-entity.
I honestly feel like if she goes really far, I'd be super pissed because she's really not doing anything. She's not standing up for herself. She's just kind of there, and she's just like floating and sleeping. And if when Zach was like trying to be mean to her and was really calling her out, she just stood there and cried. And I keep telling her, I was like, you gotta stand up for yourself. I'm like, every single girl's in this freaking house. All you guys do is cry. When Devin was picking on Amber, she's crying. When you guys saw that, obviously, I'm different because I'm crazy, and they're not. Devin and Zach not gonna talk to me that way. And with Amber and Victoria, it's like they play that like girly card. This is the time that a girl needs to really. Take control, because
we talked to Joey last week, and we talked to her a little bit about the Girls Alliance. This seemed like the perfect opportunity. Like, what did you think of the Girls Alliance? When she brought that up to you, did she even bring it up to you? Like, what are your thoughts on a Girls Alliance?
Well, what happened was actually when I first got in the house with Amber, Joey, and Nicole, I formed this alliance called El Cuatro.
El Cuatro, yeah.
Which totally failed because Nicole's like, what the hell is El Cuatro? And I'm like, all right, I'm not going to be aligned with this girl. This girl doesn't even know what Cuatro means, And I knew Amber was kind of like, oh, I don't want to talk game. Like, I just want to love everybody and be friends. I'm like, I don't have anybody to talk game with. And with Joey, it's like she just totally screwed everything up because it could have worked.
Yeah.
It could have definitely worked, but I just think that she didn't know how to play the game.
Sure.
Sure.
What was formed first? Was El Cuatro formed, and then was it with the Crazy Eights? Is that what the original eight was called? Something like that?
The Crazy Eights were formed first, and then it was El Cuatro after.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I was like, hey, it's never been done before. We should do it. And you don't know if Frankie and Cody are working together already, so we gotta have some kind of a backup.
Yeah, you were a little alliance builder. I mean, like you were really ready to play.
I was, and I don't think that anybody else. I think everybody else was scared, and I think that's why I was like, I'm just gonna lay low this whole week because nobody wants to talk game, and I feel like everybody's scared. But I would have loved for four of us to work together.
Yeah.
But even this season, you could tell the girls are not as like I feel like your season, you have a lot of girls with strong personalities, and they didn't give a fuck. This season, it's like they're crying everywhere, and it's like Devin's bullying me. I can't talk to Devin, or I can't talk to Kayla. Or it's like girls need to really, really get this shit together because we haven't had a girl HOH yet, and there's been twice where they could have been HOH. Amber could have been HOH, but Amber's like, I don't want to be HOH, and Nicole's just getting dethroned for no reason. So we'll see.
Absolutely, and everyone wants to see that girls' alliance happen. And for you to even be like, okay, well, they obviously don't want this girls' alliance, and like that shows awareness, awareness of the game, where it's like, okay, well, I'm not gonna talk to you guys because you guys obviously don't want, a girls' alliance, so I'm just gonna lay back and lay low. Like that's very smart of you, Like Joey didn't realize that. Joey didn't see the game like that. And again, this brings me back to like you got taken out by the hand of fate, which is the most sad, depressing thing that could happen.
I know.
Because it seems like you had actually a grasp of the game. You could have done something.
Yeah.
And you could never blame yourself because it was just the hand of the gods,
No,
I know.
No, absolutely, Papa. I watched you with Jocasta in the kitchen. I mean, it was just like a day before your eviction. And you were pointing to the different alliances in the house. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I mean, you knew what was going on. You're very aware of who was working with who and kind of what was going down. But at that point, the wheels had already kind of been spun in motion. It was just too late.
Yeah, it was definitely too late. I knew I was going home, but I walked out there like a boss because honestly, like, I came in there like myself and I walked out there like myself, and I was, everybody was literally depressed in the house, and they were all falling apart mentally. Brittany wasn't sleeping, and I had to stay strong for the whole group. I was that girl that woke up, and I'm like, yeah, like white rice and bacon. I love everybody. I wanted to give them some positive energy because it was really, really hard. I mean, like, this is the hardest thing that I've ever done. And the funny thing is, like, even though I was not the strongest competitor in the house physically, I was the strongest mentally because I knew, even though I was a fireball and I knew that I could explode anytime, of the day, I knew how to be positive, and I kept repeating to myself, I'm like, you guys are here, you guys were selected out of thousands of people, you guys are all special, and I'm always repeating that over and over again, which I feel like, even though I went home, Zach is not that, I'm 10 times of a better person than Zach. No offense, Zach. Because, Zach only cares about himself, and I learned a lot so much in that house, and I learned that I actually could put someone else before me,
No, it seems like, and that's what it is. It seems like you learned something, you met Donnie, like, who would ever imagine you guys as a pair, like, you showed that you weren't this firecracker, someone that would just pop off whenever the hell, like you knew how to control your emotions, like being on the block and everything like that. I don't know. I think that everyone had you wrong in the beginning, and I think you proved a lot of people wrong. And for that, I think you should be so proud because I thought you played a fucking fantastic game, actually.
Oh,
I really do think that. I don't know.
Oh, thank you. I know, I mean, like, I wish definitely, like, obviously I can't be back this season, but I'm just hoping that there would be, like, a season where, like, all the first or second, entities would come back and prove themselves, because I would love to. I mean, I'd start working out now and like start eating healthy, so that just in case, just in case me and Donnie got asked to do Amazing Race or something. I mean,
that would be awesome.
I mean, that would be. I think it would be hilarious, because I think that those competitions were really not my competitions. You know, it's a lot of physical stuff. That balance beam, actually, we were holding onto a weight, and it was like 30 pounds. And even Devin was like, dude, like, I totally understand that you couldn't hold that, you know?
Yeah.
But I wish that the mental games were first before the physical games, because I would have killed it. Because I knew every single thing about everybody in the house. And,
sure.
You know, I'd have done really well. So.
No, I don't know. I honestly think that you would be a good, like, all-star member. You know, like, the people, like, say, like, season, 10, Brian, he was the first eliminated. Annie was the first eliminated, you know. Like, there's, like, so many players that it's like they barely got a chance to play, and they're a victim of circumstance. And I definitely think that you would be awesome to bring back. I don't know. I would put my vote in for you to come back for All-Stars.
You're so sweet, McRae. I really want to come back, for sure. As long as there's no swinging contest, I'm down. As long as they're like, yo, pal, we're not going to put a swing. Because honestly, like, my friends back home, they're just like, dude, we got to go to the park. My mom, the first thing my mom told me is, she's like, what the hell was that? I thought you could swing. Like, and I was like, I'm sorry, Mom. She's like, we're going to the park. We're going to go to the park. We got to swing.
Have you been swinging? Well, it is too late, but have you been swinging since you've been out of the house?
No, not at all. Not yet. I mean.
Well, come on. You should just get out there, make a little video of yourself, just so you can prove to everyone that you can do it.
I know. I think I should. I definitely should, because it's pretty embarrassing. They call me Triple S in the house. Can't stand, can't swing, and can't spell. I'm like, thanks, guys.
Oh, that's horrible.
Bad.
No. Yeah,
Well,
I would not agree with that.
You know, we've been going for about an hour, so hey, let's just go ahead and put a bow on this and wrap it up. It's been fun talking with you, pal.
Yeah, wow.
Awesome.
You're awesome. You're every bit as fucking cool as I wanted you to be.
Yeah.
Aww, thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. I'm so like excited to like meet both of you, because I'm like, oh my god, McRae and Spencer. Like, I'm telling my friends, like, I'm gonna come interview McRae and Spencer, and they're like, oh, I'm coming over.
That's how we feel about you. That's how I feel.
Yeah, it's
like, oh my god.
That's exactly how we feel about you.
Pop out. I get to interview Pop out.
Stop.
No, this is what I'm a super fan. Me and Spencer are super fans. That's how we feel.
Yeah, absolutely. So, McRae, tell them about your Twitch stuff before we wrap up, and then we'll let Pow talk about anything she wants to throw out there.
After every episode of Big Brother, I go and I get on my Twitch, www.twitch.tv/chumlord, and I talk about the Big Brother episodes, and I play some video games. So, if you want to come hang out with some cool people, everyone, check that out.
When are you going to start doing our podcast live?
I don't know. I gotta figure that out. I gotta figure out our live. I gotta figure that shit.
Can I have a third of the shows? 1/3 of the shows. Can I have an hour of your precious time?
Yeah.
After the other 2/3 of the time. After the other 2/3 of the shows.
Yeah.
We'll work that out.
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Pal, how are you? What are you doing? Spending your days now? That you're not in the house. What do you got lined up?
Well, I have definitely DJ stuff lined up. I'm gonna come out with an album soon.
Hell yeah.
It's pretty exciting. I mean, I feel like I'm still like, you know, sucking everything in, because it's like really weird to just be back home.
Yes.
But definitely, I'm gonna try to go on a tour. I think I'm gonna hit up Canada soon. A bunch of shows in New York. It's gonna be super crazy, because I'm actually gonna finally release production and music out there, which is gonna be insane. And I'm actually producing a song called Kulturu.
Yes! Best title ever!
It's gonna be dedicated to everybody, and then I think Hayden's, when I make the music video, Hayden's gonna be the superstar in the video.
Hell yeah!
That sounds so sweet.
For sure.
If you need two lackeys to follow you around and help do anything, McRae and I will be available for your
oh my god,
American
I'd love
tour.
you guys to come. I should definitely want you guys to come to all my shows also, you know.
Oh, I want to, yeah.
Oh, shit.
VIP.
Absolutely, I'd love to.
Also, with that video music or music video stuff, like I'm into production. I do video production. I can run boom mic. I'm really good at that stuff. So please, I would love to shoot. I'd love to
You're
help.
hired.
Yes, I'd
Hired,
love to shoot
hired,
video. Yes,
Yeah.
I'd love to.
Well, Pal, make sure you tweet out anything you're doing, and I'll be sure to favorite and retweet it. Because, girl, I
Yep.
think you're awesome. I want to fucking push anything that you got rocking. So.
Absolutely.
Love you guys so much. Thank
Absolutely.
Love you.
Absolutely. All right, we're going to end the broadcast here. Go follow us at our respective Twitter handles, and go subscribe to On the Block so you can get more interviews like this and exclusive content because it's free. All right.
Pal, what's your Twitter?
Yeah, what's your Twitter?
Oh, my Twitter is PaolaShea, and that's Paola Shea.
Okay.
Paola Shea. Paola Shea. And you're at McCray Chum.
I'm at fuck you all.
At fuck you all. All right. Follow at fuck you all. All right. With that, we bid you adieu.